All right, welcome. This is Nick Marine presenting Let's Read Japanese, course series for the reading of Japanese text alongside its audio counterpart. Today's episode is Kurokawa no Techo, episode 1, part 2. So really not much to say. Since this is a series, it's a continuing story. We just got introduced to a lady who worked at a bank, was embezzling from the bank but the bank was of course having fake accounts for people who are trying to embezzle their money. Or not embezzle, I'm sorry, like hide their money for tax purposes or whatever other reasons. So everyone in this show is probably a dirtbag. That's currently, and right now it looks like she stole. Yeah. Let's just say she stole 1.2 million from the bank. Got the bank to basically blackmail them into saying, yeah, they gave it to her, and she's looking to use that money as her own to set up her own hostess club, like similar to the one she's working. So that's the story. Beyond that, for those of you on YouTube, all right, so for those of you, if you enjoy this video, remember to give it a thumbs up and leave a comment because feedback's welcome. If you enjoy the series and you'd like to see more like this, subscribe to the channel because I plan to do, if you haven't already subscribed, I plan to do more like this in the future. Maybe not particularly this dark, but yeah. This is all part of the Let's Learn Japanese project. So if you appreciate what I'm doing to help the Japanese learning community, you'd like to support that. One way is via the Patreon. The link to that is in the description below, as well as links to the community Discord and the website that Otaku Day put together. Finally, if you'd like to hire me on commission, technical assistant advice, but normally it's one-on-one, talking one-on-one for either 1 or 2 sessions, walking a person through the steps of setting up Anki and utilizing these various resources and methods that I discuss. But yeah, if you like something like that, more personalized, the hourly rates and the payments are also via the Patreon, but the specific link to that is in the description as well. Beyond that, yeah, let's get started. All right, last one, it was a long video last time. I'm doing the live stream already at the 2-hour mark in the live stream, so I'm not feeling too bad. But again, it was just, whew, it's been a long day today. All right, let's see how this goes. 32 minutes, and yeah.
ありがとう。あ
ああ、こっちに住んでらっしゃるの？
けどもう行くとこあれへん。あいつと別れたし。
じゃあ、私のところに来る？
え
That would have been a good spot to end the video. Okay. Oh well.
権利金3000万。
権利金。Concession money. Okay. 権利金3000万。
保証権利金3000万。
$30,000.
保証金2000万。
That's insurance, right? Security deposit. Okay, 保証金。
保証金2000万。内装費1000万。
Is that the cleaning? 内装品。建物など。The construction inside? Interior design. Okay. Okay, so by the way, so Senma, I'm sorry, okay, so look, so $300,000 key deposit. That's a big fucking, that's just to open the store. The security deposit, $200,000. The interior to redesign, $100,000. She is spending half of what she got on this. This is insane, personally. I think she could have.
女の子のバンス500万。
Bonds? Oh, advance.
女の子のバンス500万。
Carnet. I don't really like her hairstyle there. I don't know. It just doesn't fit her. I could be wrong. This doesn't sit. I don't know. It's just not my. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I've always seen her with usually long hair let down. Um, No, no. I mean, she also does short haircuts. I don't know. Just I don't know that style. It just feels weird. It might be nice after you stare at it a little bit. It might get better. It's hard to tell. I remember though on Monster Parent, it was kind of funny is that she was changing outfits like multiple times an episode. Um, I think she does that on a lot of her shows. Like she's always having in a different outfit. It, I think it's probably in her contract. What she's always sighing, huh?
1億2000万のうち7000万が消えたけど、
Mm-hmm.
後悔してない。初めて手に入れた確かなも
の。Mm.
初めて手に入れた。
こんな時間だ。もう早く帰らないとね、怖い鬼が待ってるから。怖い鬼が待ってるから。ごめんね。また来るからさ。本当約束するよ。ママ。もう帰りですか。ごめんなさい。今日時間ないんだ時間が。寂しいわ。また来るから。ありがとうございます。なかなか感じのいい店だね。ケバ飛ぶような店ですけど、今後ともどうぞよろしく。じゃあ。
ケバ飛ぶ。ケバ飛ぶよ。ケバ飛ぶよ店。
じゃあ。ケバ飛ぶような店ですけど、今後ともどうぞよろしく。じゃあまた来るね。ありがとうございました。お気をつけて。
ね。とうとう。どこママ？
ママ。ママ。
Ah, the doctor.
先生、いらっしゃいませ。開店おめでとう。早速来ていただいて嬉しいわ。食代のママには内緒。
食代？食代のママには。
食代のママには内緒だよ。はい。
Yeah, no, ろうそく。Okay, so 食代。
その代わりね、ご主義代わりにいいやつ連れてきたから。本当？
ご主義代わり？主義。
本当？ご主義代わりにいいやつ連れてきたから。本当？橋田ちゃん。
Ah. Now, yeah, I don't know his name, but actually, no, I'm trying to remember. So yeah, because I remember him like when I first saw him as an actor was in Ododo Daisosen. He played, I think, the lieutenant. I think that was his rank of the solving of the murder cases. And he's in obviously many different. He's just in many shows. So I like him. I think he seems like a good actor. So. Like he plays more than just himself. So he actually plays the character he's trying to. He's doing. So Hashida. Shinki Kai. Kaidaku. So clearing away. Akinashi. Oh. Shinki Kaidaku. Shinki Kaidaku.
新規開拓ね。さあどうぞどうぞ。嬉しいな。
ママの
元子と申します。よろしく。
ねえねえ、この人橋田君って言ってね、予備校の理事長やってんだ。
予備校。理事長。The administrator of Oh, there's 理事長。理事長。
予備校の理事長やってんだ。
Sometimes you hear it in the news, like for those, like usually about abuse for preparatory schools, especially if they're like, I guess the students are like, sometimes,
若いがなかなかやり手だよ。
橋田理事長。
まあ あの有名な
七林先生には負けますよ。
橋田恒夫。
Tsuneo. Okay, she did Tsuneo.
この男も東林銀行に いくつもの架空名義を持つ。
投稿はそこに参加したい人々に可能な限りのサポートをする。
Nakagiri.
投稿はそこに参加したい人々に可能な限りのサポートをする。教育とビジネスの融合。
融合。教育とビジネスの融合。
教育に可能な限りのサポートをする。教育とビジネスの融合。つまりエデュケーションビジネスプランニング。これが私のモットーだ。我々が稼ぐことは医学界に貢献しているんだという自負が必要なんだ。我々が稼ぐことは医学界に貢献しているんだという自負が。
医学会。So medical school? 高専。I have results. Okay. Contribute, render services to 貢献。医学会に貢献している。Okay, cool. So he's like basically a medical preparatory school. Gotcha.
我々が稼ぐ
So that's a different type of preparatory school. So yeah, so
ことは医学界に貢献しているんだという自負が必要なんだ。
いつもご立派なビル拝見しております。
So again, another dirtbag, but and maybe lesser. So it depends on at what level he's a dirtbag.
ちょっと失礼。
はい。But I do like how she's very good. So I'm getting the feeling. I mean, I've seen it. So her plan is like part of the reason I'm building this business. She can now exploit a lot of those clients of the bank that were hiding funds, and maybe find a way to get those funds into her pocket.
なんで親たちはみんな自分の子供を医者にしたがるんですかね。
医者にしたがらなかった。
なんで親たちはみんな自分の子供を医者にしたがるんですかね。
医者にしたがらなかったら橋田君、商売上がった。あれだよ。それね。
まあまあ、お客さんと別れ際握手したのなかなかて。
See if there's a better way of saying that. マスに応用するその時。Okay. 仮には。
お客さんと別れ際握手したのなかなか手離してくれへんたちどないしたらええの。
ナミコさん、ご挨拶もせずに何。
ごめんなさい、ナミコです。私銀座は初めてなんです。ママに叱られてばっかり。
ママ。
はい。
ママに叱られてばっかり。
ママ。
はい。
あんまり厳しくしちゃダメだよ。
ママは厳しくなんかないです。ナミコの恩人やし。ねえ、ママ大好き。
すいません、しつけが悪くて。
いいよいいよ。明るくていいじゃないの。いやー、人気なのは参るよ本当に。
君先生が気に。
人気なのは。see what that is. 人気なのは。人気なのは。
君先生が気に。
いやー、人気なのは参るよ本当に。
君先生が気に入ったみたいだ。こっち来なさい。君はこっちだ。
やだ。
いいからいい話聞かせてやるから。ちょっと。
食材のママがいらっしゃいます。
ナミコです。ちょっとすいません。失礼します。
So I'm trying to remember. So she hired her. Probably not the best person to hire though. I think there's, but yeah, like I said, you're not always going to get the most honest and upright persons wanting to work. Yeah, sometimes you do. I mean, it's not like it's blatant, but there's a certain type of person also who's willing to work in that type, and there's like any means necessary. And again, she's not looking at clients as people that she wants to have a good business relationship. Like for her, she's looking at them as okay, they're money to be taken. And same with the ladies or guys that would work at clubs like this. Again, they look at clients as wallets, and then it's the money in the wallets they care. When the money's gone, they're no longer clients. They don't have to worry about them anymore. Um, as long as they're honest with it, that's cool. It could be kind of again, because again, human emotions it's sometimes hard to keep the emotions straight, and keep the realities of a situation and the fantasy from bleeding over into one another. Okay, where are we at here?
ご無沙汰しております。開店おめでとう。ありがとうございます。お言葉に甘えます。どうぞお座りになってください。
いいのよ、忙しいから。あら、奈良林先生もいらしてるのね。
ええ、お祝いに来てくださったんです。
あの子いいわね。
そうですか。まだ入ったばっかりなんですよ。
ああいうのがいいのよ、ツンとした美人より。
浸透した。浸透した。No, that's wrong. There we go. That one.
そうですか。
ああいうのがいいのよ、ツンとした美人より。この商売のために生まれてきたような子だわ。でもああいう子って。ああ、なんでもないの。私も戻らないと。
もうお帰りですか。すみません、わざわざお越しくださって。いいのよ。ありがとうございました。
Yeah, like you said, if stuff's going right, if everything's being harmonious, okay, there's guys are going there to spend money to feel happy, or guys and gals going there to be customers to be happy. Yeah, they're not saying like, oh, this is an actual relationship or whatnot. Just okay, cool. And the people there working is like, okay, they're there to kind of pretend like they're being happy with the customers. Okay, cool. Money gets exchanged, drinks are drank. Cool, is all's well and good. Obviously, that doesn't make for good drama, so hence the what's going to be happening is it's never going to be that straightforward. Everyone's going to be trying to backstab one another, and it's all about trying to get either more money or more position, more power, and or more customers. Where are we at here? Okay. What's her name again? Ichiko. Okay. Oh, okay, I got it. All right. That was the Ichiko. That was the nurse. That's right. Okay.
橋田はね、本当に女好きだから気をつけた方がいいよ。
気をつけろって先生がお連れになった方じゃないですか。
So this I guess I've been seeing it on the drama. So I guess after hour. So the idea like after the kabuki closes, maybe the customer will pay extra to help kind of like essentially the worker, the hostess goes with them to have dinner afterwards or drinks afterwards. Yeah. uh, yeah, I don't think this was free. I think even this right now he is still the customer. He's always the customer. If you're
だから責任感じて言ってるんじゃないか。
and again, I'm guessing here. I really do not know the inner workings of the Kabakura and hostess clubs.
だから
There we go.
先生がお連れになった方じゃないですか？
だから責任感じて言ってるんじゃないか。
そうおっしゃる先生は？
俺？僕ほど真面目な男はいませんよ。
She's playing it right. He was acting being subtle. You know, obviously she can see this and she knows what's going on. But... Again, that's all part of the game.
はい。ママね。
Patron. Patron.
先生、早く早く。はい。
ママそれじゃね。
はい、どうもありがとうございました。お気をつけて。またいらしてくださいね。どうも。
奈良林先生が同伴しようって。
そうよかったよね。奈良林先生はカルネの、それから私の大事なお得意様よ。奈良林先生はカルネ。
奈良林先生が同伴しようって。
そうよかったよね。奈良林先生はカルネの、それから私の大事なお得意様よ。失礼のないようにね。
はーい。あの車空車や。ママここで待っとって。
She's got a stalker. Okay, maybe not a stalker. Interested person. Or he's noticing a stalker. Okay, so that's the...
何でしょうか。
次の衆院選やっぱりお前が出ろ。次。
The elections? Yeah. 衆院選. Okay.
次の衆院選やっぱりお前が出ろ。それがいい。
はい。
嫌か？
いえ、そうじゃありませんが。
江口未亡人が出る。
Almost dead? A widow. Okay, Mibojin. 江口未亡人。
江口未亡人が出るって言ってんだろ。関係ないですもん。
未亡人。
明日幹事長に言っとくわ。
幹事長。
幹事長に言っとくわ。
向こうが電話線言うたんや。
So, like I said, there's going to be many things dealing with this drama. That's why it's a good drama, but it's complicated. Just because, again, you already saw it was banking, the water business or the hostess clubs you're seeing here, the Capicota, whatever the terminology is for it. I don't even know if they're supposed to be separate or different there, but there's that. Then you're seeing the criminality of everything, but now we're also seeing politics playing into it. So backdoor politics happening, like, oh yeah, hey, I want you to run for the next election, and I've cleared it. Isn't that kind of creepy when you think about it? Like it's almost like it's almost a given that he's the one that's going to win the election. It feels kind of creepy when you like the fact of people voting. Well, who cares if they're going to go? It's going to go the way I want it to go, or it doesn't happen.
の客だって分かってんじゃないよ。それは悪かったな。
Okay.
私の客だ。
Okay, what do we got?
向こうが
Namiko. Ah.
電話線言うたんや。私の客だって分かってんじゃないよ。
Ah. What was that? Miri? Misato. Misato.
それは悪かったな。ミサトって名札もついてへんかったし。誰のもんでもないよ思って。あんたミサトのヘルプだったでしょ。何その態度。けど今私の方が稼いどうし。
So here you're seeing it. Okay, yeah, yeah. I'm assuming like this is some of the bullshit you're gonna have in. I mean, it's always gonna be bad here because again, the customers are the money, and you take away somebody's customer, you're taking away their money. But you're probably gonna see it in any type of show dealing with clients where like if it's like beauty, like some type of salon or some beauty salon or whatnot, like. You know, you got a client that always likes to come in, pay a lot of money for, you know, expensive hairstyle, but then the person next to you takes them, and it becomes their client. So now you're not getting that money. You can see how there can be a lot of fighting going on. Although I think it's mainly up to the mother who she decides like who gets what customers sometimes, but also it's up to the customer, and hence the flirting. You can kind of tell that obviously this girl stole. Became more interesting than the other lady. I don't know how you want to look at it. Oh, well, let's look at that again, by the way.
けど今私の方が稼いどうし。ふざけんなこの野郎。誰に向かってきてんだよ。やめなさい。なんなん。ナミコが。ミサトの客にちょっかい出して。誰にふざけんなこの野郎。誰に向かってきてんだよ。
Who do you think you're talking to? I'm assuming that's the four. Who are you standing in front of? Okay.
やめなさい。なんなん。ナミコがミサトの客にちょっかい出して。私は真面目に仕事しとうだけや。
誰とでもすぐ寝るくせに。
なんやってこら。
ごめんなさい。ナミちゃんちょっといらっしゃい。いらっしゃい。
なんで私だけ。いらっしゃい。
最近のあなたは目に余るわ。最近のあなたは目に余るわ。みんなと喧嘩はする、遅刻はする。
So this was not just the next day? Was something happening here? Oh, by the way, I mean, like I said, you kind of like, hey, she's probably bringing in the money, right? But if you bring in the money, but you're bringing in the problems, maybe that money's not worth the problems that you bring in as well. Got to be a balance there. Can't be 100% bitch. You gotta like dial it down to maybe 70% bitch, 30%. You know, I don't know, dial it down so it's like, yeah, okay, people appreciate, you know, you're gonna take what you want because it's yours attitude, but also it's like, hey, you know, we got to work in a business. You know, again, sharks shouldn't be eating each other. You know, again, but yeah, you throw customers. They're the chum that they throw in the water to get the sharks all excited. But you know, you don't want the sharks eating each other. Okay, plenty of food going around. That's what you hope as well. Because if you make it where the business feels uncomfortable with the clients and they don't come, there's no money. 1ヶ月は okay, so 1 month already.
すごい。夏には神宮の花火大会も見えるんやって。
どうだ、気に入ったか。
ほんまにナミコここに住めるん？
Okay.
ほんまにナミコここに住めるん？
ナミコさえそうしたいって言ったらな。
夢みたい。信じられん。
そうかそうか。そんな。
Okay. patron.
何気に入ったか？うん。
Again, it's prostitution. That's, I mean, it's a high class prostitution, but it's still prostitution. Let's face it. Let's be realistic here. Uh,
ごめんママ。
もう帰ろうと思ってたのよ。で、話って何？
いらっしゃいませ。
アイスコーヒー。ママ、実は私ね、お店開くことになって。
それはおめでとう。
ママ本気でそう思ってある？
それが私たち銀座の女の目標ですもの。どこに？
銀座です。もちろん。
何丁目
？7丁目。
あら、
mm,
ずいぶん近いのね。
近いいうか、カルネの上やねん。
that's just being fucking rude. Just
え？
カルネの2つ上の5階にバーデンバーデンってあるやないですか。
Baden, Baden, Baden. This would be a version of garden, Baden. I don't know.
あれを買おう思て。
ナミちゃん、あなた仁義ってものがあるでしょ？
Jingi. Is that like a version of the patron? Oh, humanity, moral. Jingi. Virtue?
仁義ってものがある。ナミちゃん、あなた仁義ってものがあるでしょ？
私も悪いとは思うし、奈良林先生もそれ気にしてはったけど、いい店が安う出てたら仕方ないやんか。
See, this is the stupid part. Is like, don't start fights where you don't need to start them. You know, it's stupid. Like you get nothing out of it. Like there's no gain. There's only stuff to lose from like basically pissing off, the person who's in the store below you. Why piss off neighbors? And you haven't even started the business yet.
やっぱり奈良林先生に買ってもらうのね。
そうや。
バーデンバーデンはカルネよりも大きいし、うちはすごい損害を被ることになるわね。バーデンバーデンはカルネよりも大きいし、うちはすごい損害を被ることになるわね。
お客さんにも言うわ。カルネにも寄ってあげてって。
あなた、自分が何を言ってるか分かってるの？
うざいわ。取られてなかったらママも先生と寝たらよかったやん。
But so she's thinking like she's from a position of power. But again, I like it. It's like you don't know what she's thinking, but you feel like again, this other lady, she's only as strong as the person supporting her. Whereas Motoko, she's got her own. She backed herself, and she's got some hidden hidden spades in the in her hand as well. You know what they say, play from a position of strength. Just because you're arrogant, you think you're better than the other person, great. But again, find your success. You don't have to like tear the other person down. Just find your success. Be better at the other person at their own game. Sure. I think this is on purpose. I think she's doing this on purpose. She wants her mad. There's something I'm getting from this.
何するの？
顔を洗って出直せってことよ。
Denounce. Don't start. Oh, restart. Fix from the start. Make a fresh start.
顔を洗って出直せってことよ。
カルネなんか踏み潰したるわ。
やれるもんならやってごらん。
Okay. やるもんならやってごらん。If you want to try it, try it.
こっちはね、 遊び半分の小娘とは覚悟が違うのよ。
Let's see if this is a full phrase. Half playing. 重要な物事はいい加減な気持ちである。Kind of like half-assed doing something important. Having fun. 遊び半分小娘とはどっちだ。
こっちはね、遊び半分の小娘とは覚悟が違うのよ。
Oh, I like the by the way, the direction how they're cycling around her standing up, like towering over the other person. I'm assuming that's the director of these episodes are gonna make that a lot of those choices. No, sometimes they call it over directing. Sometimes, yeah, it's like take it in stride. Just walk it off like it doesn't even phase you.
あんたら何見てんの？金取るで。
Who cares? They're like,
俺の金をどう使おうと勝手だろうが。
oh man, they have this weird. Oh man, she is like very submissive to him, but like she's completely 100% for him as well.
お気取りで。
タイブタ、タイブ
お気取りで。
私はただ
口答えすな。
Don't. I kind of like this. Like there was like it was in a song I Spy where they say a man can own a wife or a knife, but he can't own both. Something like that. It's like don't piss off the lady. If you don't act, just be careful how you treat someone when she has something you can use against you when you sleep.
それはひどいな。奈良林先生どうしちゃったんだろう。
先生は他にもいい方がいらっしゃるんじゃないですか。
まあね、20年来の愛人がね、貧乏くさくて地味な不調。奥さんが体弱くてずっと入院だから仕方ないっちゃ仕方ないんだけど、俺から奈良林先生に言おうか。
いいえ、そんなことで橋田さんと奈良林先生の間がおかしくなるぐらいだったら私、奈美子が悪いんです、きっと。でも奈美子を調子に乗らせてしまったのは私ね。ごめんなさい。私ただ誰かに聞いてもらいたかっただけなの。誰にも頼ることができなくて。
よし、分かった。よし。なんとか力になろうかね。俺の人脈を全て使ってできないことはないし。
人脈Okay. 俺の人脈。Alright.
なんとか力になろうかね。俺の人脈を全て使ってできないことはないし、先生と呼ばれる人間は全部知ってる。医者、弁護士、代議士、会計士。
代議士。That's the politics, right? Remember DA. 代議士。会計士。The accountant? Let's see. Accountants. 会計士。
医者、弁護士、代議士、会計士。 予備校の教師もいたな。そうそう、ママは笑って大丈夫、俺がついてるからなんとかなるよ。今度一緒に葉山行こうか。ママ、この夏一度も行ってないんだ。クルーザーが錆びてるかもしれないな。
クレーザー、クルーザー、クルーザー。錆びてる。
この夏一度も行ってないんだ。クルーザーが錆びてるかもしれないな。
I like he's basically saying if you don't have sex with me, then yeah, this might go bad.
いないって言っとけ。
失礼します。長谷川会長からお電話です。
Oh, that's the member Hasegawa. He's a member of he's probably the Yakuza. He's definitely that guy's dirty.
ああ、分かった。そうだ。
Yeah, so you just knew he's dirty just by the control he has in that car. Like he's definitely the top guy, the one you really don't piss off because he has all the money. He's the one controlling the politics. You know that's power.
おはよう。どうしたのこれ。
まあ、それがリカさんもアスカさんも辞めるって言ってきて、
え？
連絡が取れない子もいるし。
ナミコね。
実は私たちも誘われたんです。
あんな喧嘩したのに平気で。あの子まともじゃないですよ。
みんなお金に釣られてついていっちゃったんですよ。すっごいいい条件だったもんね。
奈良林先生ですね、バックは。
そうよ。だから今まで先生がうちの店に落としてくれた分もこれからはなくなるわ。
月200万は落ちるってことか。
問題は売り上げじゃなくてメンツよ。
Nice.
スカウトの人何人か知ってるでしょ。
はい、開店1時間前ですけど。
少々お金がかかっても女の子集めてもらって。
え？
あなたたちもお客様に営業してちょうだい。
That's why also you want to be like I said, I would not want to. You got to be really careful about a person who is willing to backstab their employer, because then if she's willing to do that to the person you work for and also backstab the people you work for, how do you think she's going to treat you when she's the boss? So that's where you kind of want to make sure if you establish yourself in a world like that, it's better if you establish yourself as a person who you'd want to work for. Yeah, there's money involved, there's some backstabbing and whatnot, but within reason. But if you're just starting off and you set yourself up as the type of person where if you work for you, she's going to backstab you or throw you out or not even back you up in case of troubles, do you really want to work with that? Just because she's offering the money up front happens to be attractive.
はい。
これは女と女の戦い。あんな小娘握りつぶしてやる。
いいやないの。ちょっと走らんといて。
すみません。
先
なあ、本当にここでいいのか？
生。何を今さら。
カルネのママと顔を合わせたら気まずいな。
Yeah.
そんなこと気にしてたら何もできへん。
まあな。
じゃあ私らはこれで。すみません、ちょっと打ち合わせがあるもので。
はい、ありがとう。
行きましょう。
先生、 ママのことばっかり気にして好きやったん？
違うよ、違うって。
絶対そうや。ナミコよりママのことが好きなんやろ。
何言ってるの。ね、こんなに何でもしてやりたいと思った女はこの年になるまで一人もいないよ。
ほんま？
ほんまや。
ナミコ嬉しい。
God, that's sickening. Not the lady eating. I'm sorry, me, but just the. Yep. He's a dirtbag.
おはようございます。
おはよう。
Oh, it's one of those things. All right. I really don't get that. It's one of those. It is a very creepy relationship.
あのね、
It's like it's like he's abusive, so that already I just don't like it. I mean, if it was like if he just was doing that for fun and they agree with it, but it's like that's just his character. Maybe I don't know. He acts differently among different people. I think with him and her, they enjoy the abusive relationship, which again makes it creepy.
なんか言いたいことがあったら言いなさい。
No.
もううんざりだ。お前のその陰滅々とした暗さには。
Miss. Huh. Miss.
お前のその陰滅々とした暗さには気がめいる。息が詰まる。気がめいる。息が詰まる。泣くな。痛くない。
先生、今日はオペが。
なんとか調整しろ。そのための不調だろうが。
I know Fucho, that's supposed to be lead nurse, right? Head nurse, yeah. Shonado. That's right. That was in around 40, because, yeah. That's where I saw that word first.
奈良林の影の女にして。
Oh, a secret lady. Kage no onna.
裏口座の管理人。
The lady that smells of antiseptic. Okay.
よくもまああそこまで男のために生きられるもんだよ。
京子。
はい、奈良林美容外科クリニックでございます。
突然お電話差し上げて申し訳ございません。私カルネというバーを銀座で経営しております原口と申しますが、府長さんでいらっしゃいますか？
はあ。
実は一言お詫びを申し上げたくてお電話差し上げました。
お詫び？
うちの店には奈良林先生もたびたびおいでいただいてごひいきに預かってましたんですが。
Gohiki. Patronage. Okay, cool. Gohiki. Okay, let's look at these kanji. So usually when we see three like these, it's they're kind of memorable. So let's see. Strength and power. Really? Huh. Okay, eat a lot of oysters. Yeah, okay, eat a lot of oysters for strength. Okay, that's easy enough. He, and then the other part. Um, a flag in oyster, exerting strength. Hiiki. Gohiiki. Gotcha. So that's a very for the kanji for that word is super easy to memorize if you wanted to memorize the kanji for the word. You don't have to obviously, but gohiiki ni.
ごひいきに預かってましたんですが、うちにナミコというホステスがおりまして、早い話、そのナミコが先生を狂わせてしまったんです。
Made him mad about her, or it's crazy in love. Seijona. Can't decide. Let's see. Drive mad, upset, disturb, confused. Okay.
そのナミコが先生を狂わせてしまったんです。
狂わせ？
おっしゃってる意味がちょっとよくわからないんですけども。
ナミコは今度銀座に店を出します。その費用はすべて先生が負担されてらっしゃるそうです。それから立派なマンションも買ってもらったという話です。両方で2億少しかけるぐらいでしょうか。
$1 million is kind of quite a bit of change to spend on a girl, right? I'm sure she's doing more than just shaking his hand.
これからお近くまで伺います。お忙しければおいでいただかなくても構いません。
By the way, the theme songs that you're hearing, I think has always been associated with this show. So you might see it on some skits that we're playing. You'd hear the theme song, so you know they're referring to some scenes from this particular show that they're going to be making fun of her for comedy purposes. Or maybe I don't know if they updated it with the new remake of the new remake, because this is a remake itself. Sorry.
勝手に待っておりますので。私、これからお近くまで伺います。お忙しければおいでいただかなくても構いません。勝手に待っておりますので。
This is straight out of the art of war, by the way. Cause discord in your enemy's camp. In her case, though, she's causing discord in her enemy's supply line. The doctor is the supply line to Namiko. So disrupt that supply line. You know, basically the head nurse is obviously helping him out. That can cause a disturbance. Like I said, it's kind of clever. I like it.
はい。
はい。
そのナミコさんというのはどういう人なんでしょうか。
私もナミコも銀座の女になって短い期間で店を持った。10年勤めた銀行から1億2000万を横領した私。
Oreo. I know that was earlier in the show. Oreo した。
1億2000万を横領した私。
大統領、横断歩道、you know, from the side, like on the side, Oreo, jurisdiction, from side jurisdiction. I like the embezzlement. Since you had you're going from the jurisdiction, you had so that makes it embezzlement. Because through your job, you had access to the money. Okay, it makes sense. I like
2ヶ
that.
月足らずで男を垂らし込んで2億使わせたナミコ。2人の女は似ているようだけど全然違う。
And like I said, she's always like, count the number of outfits that she's worn in just this first episode. It's just amazing. I wasn't even keeping track, but that would be a drinking game. Drink every time you see her in a new outfit. Die of alcohol poisoning by the end of the episode.
私はこの戦いに負けるわけにはいかない。絶対に負けられない。
So we got a couple minutes here. Hello. Usually you don't get credits this long. Okay.
帳簿を持ち出せ。習わや。
Okay. Let's go back 10 seconds. All right, next episode. Come on.
奈良林美容外科クリニックの帳簿。
Narabayashi. Biyoge clinic. What was that? Chobo. Accounting. Okay. Chobo.
奈良林美容外科クリニックの帳簿を持ち出せない？裏帳簿。
言ってみなさいよ。いくら？
5000。
And by the way, what I like is that the lady, she loves that doctor. She's insanely in love with that doctor. You see it with the relationship. So anything you got to plan with her, it's got to be in a way to where you got to think she's helping, making sure that she doesn't lose the doctor. So I get it. It's like she's playing it like, oh, you're going to lose the doctor to this young girl. You know, but if you get rid of the money, then somehow get rid of the money in some way. All of a sudden, the doctor can only be with her again. He can't afford another mistress. Anyway, sorry.
言ってみなさいよ。いくら？
Whoa, huh?
言ってみな。
裏帳簿。
言ってみなさいよ。いくら？
5000万。
$500,000? Okay.
噛んだものは二度と話さない。反省もしないし謝罪もしない。とっとと帰れ。
Whoa! Oh, oh, yeah, sorry. Someone brought out a knife. Okay. Okay. There we go. We'll keep it there. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. Let's see. It's I forgot. I started around about the 2 hour mark. Okay, yeah. So that came about maybe 55 minutes, 56. I'm not sure how long that actually took for actually doing the actual reading part, but yeah, it's not too bad. I got time. uh, I'm sorry. I mean, it feels like, I mean, I'm the wrong guy to do a let's react to this because I got zero knowledge knowledge of banking industry, politics, the social skill. I've got really like personal knowledge. I got zero. I mean, I'm just going off like the very minimal stuff of what I can gather from what shows I've watched, maybe a little bit of experience I have living in Japan, but it's minimal. Like again, my wife handles all the banking stuff. As far as Japan, I handle all the U.S. banking stuff. It's just, it just works that way. But, but it does surprise me about like when you saw the beginning part of not this video, but the previous one, where again what was happening in the bank. It's like that's like you walk into City Hall, like sometimes you got to do to re-up either some type of your card or your residency or whatnot. Yeah, that's how it's set up. It's like open desks everywhere, just people in uniforms, and it just seems like paper is flying all over the place. It's all about it's a paper heavy industry. They're not going paperless anytime soon. Same thing with like there is credit, obviously. These are exchanges between accounts and whatnot. But again, very money heavy industry, very cash based. I mean, so the physical cash based industry. It's just that's Japan, and it really this is almost 20 years ago, and still not much has changed. More credit cards, obviously, but still it's. People, how many, and we're not even talking about all the older couples and whatnot, where they just have money just stashed away in their house somewhere and whatnot. They don't even put it in the bank. And so that's another issue altogether. But yeah, some of this is true. And then what's happening with the Kabakura, those bars, it's, again, these guys that they're walking in, they're spending like just walking in, they're spending $100, just to sit down. And then, spending God knows how much on every drink that's ordered and every meal that's ordered is again just an insane amount. And the idea is, you got people of wealth, of means, want to spend and want to feel good for that brief amount of time. Basically, just spending a shitload. Now you got people who are wanting that slice of that money. or a taste of a piece of that money that these guys are willing to guys and gals are willing to spend. And I say guys and gals because again, you do hear about not just hostess clubs, but also host clubs. Some host clubs are for are homosexual based, so this men are going for rich old men going for younger poor men, That's, but also there's host clubs for rich ladies who want again to be treated like the queen. So it's like in the hostess clubs, there's rich guys want to be treated like the king, and they'll pay by the hour to get that experience, have that experience. Um, I don't know about sometimes if you walk down out on the streets at night, you might hear some some of the situations going a little sour. It's hard to tell like if it was actually related to. Usually you can tell by which way one of them is dressed. Dressed in a very fancy nightgowns or ball gowns or evening gowns, whatever the hell it is, or kimono. It feels like maybe they were working, and this is just a working relationship that went sour. I I don't know. It's just um, it's a little different than in the U.S. or quite a bit different, but there are parallels into what you can experience in the U.S. Yeah, this is not the equivalent of going to Hooters, right? This is on a whole different level, and you kind of see it like you got people in means. It's when you got a society that feels like where even the language is kind of subservient based. You know, you downplay your position and you upplay the customers. And you kind of see it like for her, it's like also the feeling like she wants to be able to not only act superior, but actually feel like she is superior. Like she wants to feel like she's superior. It's not even put on act, and you can tell that's something that she wants, and it's driven her since childhood. And she got tired of wasting spending 10 years, you know, clawing and scrabbling just for bits. She wants to sit at the table and have the actual dinner. uh, and right now she has her first little conflict of, someone decided they wanted to go to battle. It's kind of stupid because, like I said, this lady, she had it set up. Yeah, she had the apartment. She could have had the store, but then you wanted to go and you know, she was smart. She didn't try to piss off the mother, for the other lady, because again, the lady would know people and could say, you know what, screw this, and then all of a sudden she could start playing her cards. Don't make enemies where you don't need to. Don't start fights you don't need to. But the Namiko is she's probably just not meant to be that far thinking of a person. Not thinking that far into the future. She wants to here and now, immediate. Whereas this lady, it feels like she's risking it, but she probably felt like she has enough cards or enough saved, not saved up, not money. We're talking about she has enough information saved up, which is good as money at the moment. A little bit better because um, in looking to pull, and so that makes this story really interesting to watch. And again, this is also based on a book. Maybe I should get the book. It'd be interesting if it's a book that is an audio book as well. Maybe I should go and check to make sure. Um, yeah, I'll go and look at it because I do believe this is a book written in the 80s, 1980s. I'll have to go check. Maybe I'll check the Wikipedia on that because now that I'm thinking about it, that would actually make it kind of cool to read after this. This is but yeah, it's a pretty good drama so far. This is the first episode. First episode is a good episode, and it because it's 7 episodes. I don't think you're going to run into any filler. Like the story's going to everything's going to lead to the story. It gets a little weird at the end. Like I couldn't quite follow along like what really was how everything was being resolved. Although it really is not really too much resolution. It just um, but remember all these people. There's almost no real good people in this. Like there's no one you need to feel like sorry for. If they're a main character with a speaking role, probably just if anything bad happens to them, a lot of it they brought on themselves, right? Uh, and it's all taking advantage of each other. It could be like if you're a rich person, take advantage of poor people through use of money. Poor person take advantage of rich people through subterfuge or just lying. It doesn't matter. It's just a lot of taking advantage of each other, and just it's like man, what a chaotic. But again, there's that Arashi, the soul storm that she's going to ride and be able to actually get to greater heights through riding the storm out and whatnot. 'Cause I don't know. Like I said, I would. I know, like the people who say like, you know, it's there's that consuming need of humanity. Like this is not enough. I want more. I want more. I want more. Even if you can't even eat it, it's like no, I don't care. I want it. And the fact that someone else, like you're not even using it, it's not even doing anything. But if someone else takes it from you, you just get offended. It's a weird hoarder mindset that when you're a little brainless or a little starving monkey on the field on the plains of some ancient land from a million years ago, that type of mindset probably was a good survival instinct. Like you hoard everything because you really didn't know what was happening the next day. In today's world, it is psychotic. It is not something that is good. It's something that is not good for society. You can be aware of it. You got to fight against it if you do have that type of mindset. Don't try to. It can drive you, and being driven can be a good thing. But man, it can lead you to some psychotic um, situations. All right, I've talked about this enough. This was fun. Let's see, right now. Yeah, okay, I think I get. All right, so I'm going to end it here. Thank you all very much. I was talking way too much. For those of you who watch on YouTube, I'm going to be ending it soon. For those of you on Twitch, I'll be going a little bit more after this, after I cut off the YouTube feed. But anyway, this has been Let's Read Japanese, Kurokao no Techo, episode 1, part 2, last part of the episode. So again, there's another 12 videos I'll be doing after this, so 6 more episodes, 12 videos. They'll be a lot shorter than this one. This was just happened to be a longer episode, just because it was the first episode. It was 60 minutes long. So there you go. But it was pretty good. It has a really good setup. You got most of the characters that are in play, and you get to know more about them as time goes on. Some are more dirtier than others. Some are more you can hate more than others. Okay. Besides that, if you enjoyed this video, remember to give it a thumbs up. If you enjoy the series, like to see more, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you'd like to support my, anyway, this is if you appreciate what I'm doing to help the Japanese learning community, I'd like to support that in some way. The links to the Patreon are in the description, as well as links to the community Discord and the website. Finally, if you'd like to hire me on commission, or actually, you'd like to hire me for one-on-one, not tutoring or counseling, more like walking you through the steps of setting up Anki or the various resources which I discuss, or whatever is like you need help with, or advice on redirecting your focus. The hourly rates and the payments are via the Patreon, but the direct link specifically for that is in the description below. All right, so thank you all very much, and I will see you I'll see you tomorrow, for those of you on YouTube. And for those of you on Twitch, I'll be talking a little bit after this. All right, so thank you all very much, and later.